How weird! Modern pterosaurs glow at night? Ropen lights and a bright owl, and live pterodactyls. Let's begin with the barn owl, which flies on every continent except Antarctica. Most of these birds might never glow at night, but the exceptions can be shocking. One night in 1897, a gamekeeper in Norfolk, England, saw a bright blue light fly close to his face. He shot at the thing and then, to his surprise, found a dead barn owl on the ground. In 1907, northwest of Norwich in Norfolk, Walter Rye and R.J.W. Purdy saw an apparent glowing barn owl. Purdy compared one of the appearances to being similar to the brightness of a bicycle lamp 300 to 400 yards away. Some barn owls in Australia also glow at night. The point? Many kinds of life have bioluminescence: mushrooms, fireflies, ocean life. And so why not some birds and some pterosaurs? This British biologist who was searching for new creatures, new species, and Cheesman in the mainland of what's now Papua New Guinea, and she saw in the distance some strange flying lights. She was fascinated by these. She started studying, observing them. She was very careful at observing. She's a scientist. Evelyn Cheesman said that they lasted 4 to 5 seconds. And one would appear and another would appear, and they were flying horizontally on approximately the same line. In other words, these lights were on a particular line at the distance. They would fly along this line, and then the light would go out, and another light would appear, and it would go off, and another light would appear, going on this same kind of horizontal line. And she eventually concluded that couldn't possibly be from any human agency, no person out there or people out there with flashlights in the jungle on the top of a mountain ridge running back and forth with flashlights turning off on it. It couldn't be that. She never said anything about fireflies. Now, this is an entomologist. Cheesman was a specialist in insects. If there was any possibility that these things could have been fireflies, she would have mentioned that, and she would have gotten onto that immediately, but these were very far away, like in terms of miles away, and they were quite bright. Obviously not fireflies. And she was really determined that she was going to stand in the same spot on that porch area, the veranda. She was going to stand on that same spot in daylight and look in the same direction and determine where these lights were. Where she did that, and she found out there are a certain number of miles away on this mountain ridge that was in the distance. It was a mystery to her. She never figured it out. Well, decades later, my associates and I learned from native testimony. By the way, when Cheesman was there and she asked the natives about it, they would, for some reason, they didn't tell her, or else they kept quiet, or they didn't want to say anything for some reason, or they didn't know. But she wasn't able to learn anything from the natives. Now, in recent decades, we have gotten a lot more information from certain natives in that part of the world.
It takes about 5 seconds. 5 seconds, and then suddenly it was done.
Now for an excerpt from another video on this channel. When you had this first sighting, around 2014 or so?
Yeah.
It was actually you and your dad both. So this is two people.
Yeah. He was actually be able to see the shape of the wings. Fiddling with it, something cut in the corner of my eye, it's kind of weird because it was like glowing because I had the two fuzzy rays out, but then as it started getting over, I could see the wing shape, and I was like, and then I'd say it flapped at least once. And then as I was seeing it, I was just screaming at the top of my lungs to the rest of my family. I said, "Look up there!" And I was saying, "Look at that! It's Ropen! It's Ropen!" And I kept screaming that.
And when this happened, it was just the animals that lived next door. There's a little farm next door. They started making all these weird noises and everything like that. When I looked up in the sky, to me, it looked like it wasn't like flapping.
Kind of a light on the creature.
Yeah. So when it started flying over, it was like it had this like glow to it.
Live in Opai village?
Opai village, yes.
Okay. Do you ever see the ropen flying at night?
Yes. Before one palay, na mi kam kisim one para man long gomlongon ya long mat bolongan.
It's grave. You saw one come to the grave and
Okay,
for a long time.
where was this grave? Gumlagon? Okay.
One grave.
And what year was this that he saw this? What year? Last year?
He gives masuk.
Oh, 1949.
1949.
1949.
That's when I was born, a long time ago. Was it nighttime?
Bong?
Bong.
Yeah.
From night.
Was it right after the body was buried, or a day or two later after the body was buried that this happened? Or
Before also putting body long box nogat.
Yes,
Long
because-
karuka
all leaves.
Yes.
and leaves.
Yes.
Naimi karim, come became all naimi karim. Na karim go on the Salam mountain, naimi kai kai.
Oh.
And
So Ropen come to the Gomlongon in the grave
Yes.
and get the body and went back right up to the mountain.
Oh, okay.
and me looking through long eye below me.
He saw it through.
Oh, he saw it?
Yeah.
Okay. But did
That was
he,
in 1949.
1949. Could he see that the Ropen did have a tail?
You got Jolon? Oh, they just saw the light.
Signs of light.
Sign.
Oh,
Yeah.
So it came at night, it got the body, went up back up to the mount. Mount Bell?
Mount Bell.
Mount Bell. Okay. I think that's it. Thank you.
Then all man long pelesi, I go inside long mat. Look at body no stop only of nothing.
When the day break, and the people went into the mud and they did not see body in the grave. Body was gone.
Okay, thank you very much.
Okay, tagay.